Hi, I'm Mark with Hothead Headliners. We're going to show you how to install the JL with a Sky One Touch top sunshade. This is for the 2024. The 2018 to 2023, the front part is a little bit different. If you ordered one of those and have one of those, you're going to have these little straps in the front. If you have a 24 or newer, you're going to get Velcro on the front. Okay, so this is the sunshade right here. All of the straps are going to be on it, all the bungee cords. Real quick, I'm going to show you what you're going to get in your little packet. You're going to get a QR code, you're going to scan that, and it's going to show this video. You're going to get 3 of these things. You only need 2. We send out some extra stuff. I tend to lose things, so I figure other people might too. You're going to get a little strap like this, a little ribbon, a couple extra bungees. If you have the 2024, you're going to get these little dowels. You don't need them, but they're very inexpensive, and we're just making one pack for all the Sky One Touch sunshades. You're going to get a bunch of these hooks. There's several extra, and you're going to get a T25 bit, and I'm going to show you in a minute what you got to use that for. That's it. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is take this piece of Velcro, which was attached to the front of your sunshade. It's the one that's stuck onto the sewn piece. Bring it in your Jeep, put your top back. I got a rag with some alcohol on it. Rubbing alcohol, denatured alcohol, it's all fine. And you're going to want to clean this top from this little indent to this little indent. And you want to try to get up underneath the lip as best as possible. Clean it really good. Okay. Alcohol dries really quick. Now where this piece is going to go, it's going to kind of go up underneath that lip. From right here to here. It's about an 1/8 inch short on each side. You want to get it right centered. Okay? Because when we install this, that front of that's going to go under this lip, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get it under there. So what you want to do is you want to peel just a little bit of this back, have it sticking out like that. Now we're going to slide this all back in place. Pull it nice and straight right where it goes. I'm going to stick just that little end down. Okay, that's stuck. Now holding this tight here, and I'm pulling it tight, I'm going to pull this right off. And then it's right up underneath there. It's really easy to put on. And you want to make sure it's nice and pulled tight. You don't have to pull it tight, just so there's no bubbles in it. And then that's it. You're going to take this piece and you're going to use it to slide across this and push down. If you do it with your fingers, it's really rough. It would probably hurt. Okay, and what I'm going to ask you to do is install this front piece and these 2 little pieces of Velcro and wait 24 to 48 hours. It takes that amount of time for the adhesive on the Velcro to reach full bond strength. When you first put it on, it's about 50%, and then it increases over 24 to 48 hours depending on the heat. You're going to take this little piece of cellophane. Do not lose it. When you install your top, you're going to want to take it and set it right on top of that. Otherwise, you're never going to get the front of that thing underneath the slip. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So that's going to stay up there. If you're going to drive around in that period of time, put it in your glove box or something, and then you're going to put it back there when you install it. We're going to show how to install it right now, though.
What about the temperature?
Oh, you want to have, you want it to be, Velcro says over 70 degrees. The hotter the better. So if it's under that, go in a garage, close your top. Don't run your car with your garage closed, but run your heater for a few minutes and let it get warm in here, and then you can install it just fine. The little 2-inch wide, 3-inch long pieces of Velcro you got, they're going to go on these little tabs there and there. I got the rag with the alcohol on it. I cleaned both of them. And then all you're going to do is just peel this off and just stick it right to there. And again, use the cellophane, push it down. And you do those at the same time you do these, then wait for 24 hours. Warm everything up a little bit, helps a lot. Okay, after you get your Velcro installed, the next thing you want to do is install these little hooks, which the bungee cords are going to hook onto. They go in these little screws here. Now, you're going to miss the first one. You're going to get that one and that one. I got the little T25 bit stuck in this gun. If you're not really good with the gun and controlling the trigger, you might want to put it in a regular screwdriver handle so you don't strip them out when you put them back in. It's just sheet metal. So you're going to take the screw. It's going to go right up through the hook just like that. You just spin it and it goes right through. See there? And then I'm going to stick it right back in that hole. Just snug it. You don't need to do it too tight. This is fairly thin metal. Okay, so like I said, you're going to get these two right here. You skip the first two. There's two more on the back door right here. And then you're going to get this one right here. And you'll know if you put them in the wrong spot because the bungee cords won't line up. And then there's four in the back, the four centermost ones. Same exactly on the other side. Okay, we got Sunshade here. You got your Velcro on the front, it goes down. So all you're gonna do is take this thing right here, bring it up here as best you can, and now we're gonna get up in here and I'm gonna show you how to put the front in. You're going to put the front in first. Now we have that Velcro installed and we got the cellophane here, and that's going to allow us to slide this piece of Velcro up underneath that lip without these two sides sticking. Takes a little finesse, but it's not super hard to do. I think the easiest way to do it is fold this back like this. Can you see how I got it? I'm holding it, I'm just folding it straight back. The piece of Velcro that's on here is exactly the same length as the piece of Velcro on there, and you want it, so you want to start it exactly right at the end. Velcro to Velcro. You don't want any of it hanging over. Maybe, can you hold that up a little bit? So I can see the end of this right here, and I can see the end of my Velcro, and I'm just going to slide it in. And now it's not sticking, but it's just right there. And I'm going to slide the whole thing inside that lip. If your cellophane moves a little bit, then it will stick. Okay, now I have it all sitting there. And see, it's not stuck because that cellophane's there. So I can make sure that it's exactly even. Once I get it all even like that, I'm going to kind of hold it right here. I'm going to reach in it and I'm going to grab that piece of cellophane and I'm going to just stick this little end right here. And then we're going to kind of do what we did with the cellophane itself. I'm going to grab it over here and I'm going to pull it so it's kind of tight. And then I'm just going to slide this out slowly and push it down. Make sure that there's no bubbles in it, there's no wrinkles. Just slide this right out. And now that thing's up underneath that lip, which you would have never been able to do because the two sides would have stuck together. And it's perfectly centered. So it's really important when you put the Velcro on it first that you get it centered evenly on these two little indentations. It's just a little bit short of them. So if you just put it right there and then you put these end to end exactly there, it's perfect. Now the whole thing's set. Now all we got to do is hook our bungees up. So the first bungees we want to hook are the front, so we have just the Velcro stuck. It's easiest just to climb in your Jeep right here. Grab this thing. You want the corner ones right here, and you're just going to go around. They clip really easy. They just clip right on. I'm going to go to the other side. Clip that one on, and then from there I can grab these. Where are you at? I grab these. These are a little bit, because they're kind of tucked in there, a little bit harder to get, but not terribly hard. You just push in a little, and they just hook right in. So now these are hooked in. Now all we got to do is hook the sides in. Okay, so the next ones we have our Velcro hooked in the front, our bungees all across the back. Now to hook the side bungees in, you got to take this little ribbon right here, and you wrap it right around that strap. And I'm going to show you from the other perspective here in a second. And you're just going to slide it right through there, and it comes right out, and that allows you to pull your bungee right through. Now I'm only going to hook it on one side at first. I don't want to pull it too far this way because the other side's not hooked up. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay. Okay, so from an inside perspective, one of the things before you get this, you want to make sure that the front of this is underneath. There's a little piece of Velcro sewn right here, and it's going to stick to these. Now, we don't really care about the placement too much right now, but if it's across the top of it, you can't get it down once this bungee's through. So you want to make sure it's below it before you put this in. So we got this. And what you want to do is go in that crack right there. Okay, now I'm going to hook both sides of it. And you can take this strap and stretch your bungee like that and hook it on either hook. Works really good. Okay, so now this, I'm just kind of even it out. Now we're going to go ahead and do this one. And get it in the right spot. It'd be a lot easier if I was sitting in the Jeep. So that's probably where you want to go. I don't want to block your vision though. Pull that through, hook it on that hook, hook it on that hook. This side's hooked up all the way. Now we're going to go outside. It's just easier to use this little strap to pull like this and hook it in rather than trying to do it with your fingers. So what we need to make sure is there's a little cutout right here, and sometimes when you install it, this isn't quite laying right. You want to just make sure this is laying flat down in there just like that. And it just happens to be laying perfect on the other side. And that's it. Your top's in. You can smooth these out a little bit more. Just want to pull them kind of tight forward. Stick them like that. And that's it. It's all stuck down. It's probably a good idea to stand up on something and make sure this is pushed down really good, and do the same on the other side. So it's stuck good, but it's up underneath that lip there, so it's not going to come out. And we tested these at over 80 miles an hour, and they work great. That's it. So if you have a Sky One Touch and you put one of our headliners in it, which gives you a lot of more insulation, you can put one of these sunshades in. They work perfectly together. Your top still goes back, forward, closes right down. This doesn't impede it. The headliner you're going to put in doesn't change anything. They work perfectly together. So you can have that in, put your top back, and then you're sitting in with the sunshade over your head. Okay, if you ever have to take the sunshade out of your 2024 or newer JL, you know, it's kind of up under a lip here, so it's hard to pull out. So you want to get like a putty knife, and all you do is just slide it in between, and then you can just pull it right out. I just want to show that real quick. That's it.